Good evening and welcome again to the Mini Dome on the campus of Shelton High School for tonight's non-league girls high school basketball game featuring the Shelton Highclimbers and the Hoquiam Grizzlies. I'm Dedrick Allan. The Highclimbers come into tonight's game with a 5-4 record after a 50-33 win over cross-county rival North Mason a week ago yesterday. Shelton continues to be led in scoring by freshman Timber Ware with support from the rest of the team, including Jasmine Griffin, Paige Johnson, and Morgan Leach. Hoquiam is 3-5 on the season and coming off a 66-47 loss to Eatonville more than a week and a half ago. The Grizzlies and Highclimbers have played three similar opponents so far this season: North Mason, Centralia, and Aberdeen. Both the teams beat the Bulldogs. Shelton won by 17 while Hoquiam won by only 2. They both lost to the Tigers by 22 points. Interesting. But the Highclimbers beat the Bobcats by 6 while the Grizzlies lost to their Harbor rivals by 14. Is that an indication of who will come out on top tonight? We'll just moments away from finding out. Coming up, we will talk with Shelton coach Aaron Leff. It's girls high school basketball, the Hoquiam Grizzlies and the Shelton Highclimbers next on MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications HCC.net.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications HCC.net are webcasting high school basketball games featuring Shelton, North Mason, and Mary M. Knight. You can be part of these broadcasts for only $15 per game. That gives you a minimum of 3 30-second commercials in each game for only $5 each. If you contact us by January 8th and sign up for all the remaining games, you will get those games for the price of 10 games and lock in your rate at $15 for the playoffs. So call, text, or email today. MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications HCC.
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent.
We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the I.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
Back at the Mini Dome, girls high school basketball coming up in just moments. Had an opportunity to talk with Shelton coach Aaron Leff a little earlier this evening.
Okay, Coach Leff, I know we talked last week a little bit, but let's go back to your last game, which is a little bit more than a week ago against North Mason, and not the prettiest victory for you.
No, it was kind of sloppy. Not really the outcome we were expecting. I mean, we expected to walk in and win in our own house, but it was sloppy. I mean, we never could get in a rhythm, and a lot of fouls, and we didn't shoot the ball particularly well. Morgan Leach was percentage-wise, she was about 70% from the three-point line, which is that's amazing for us. Our scorers scored. Timberware had a 19-point game, I think. Paige went out in the beginning of the third quarter, and she had 10 points. And the rest of the team kicked in some here and there, and, we walked out here with a victory, but it wasn't exactly what we were looking for. And we tried to change some things in practice to make it a little bit more fluid and hopefully get a little bit better shooting percentage.
You're still going to let Timber do her thing?
Still going to let her do her thing. Shooters have to shoot, and she gets to the basket, she can score, and when she does that, then she draws double teams and finds our bigs open underneath or finds our shooters open on the top, and so she's going to do her thing, and hopefully she continues to get her 18, 19 points a game and scrap out, 3 or 4 steals and some assists. We really need to get some other people involved in the game as far as shooting, and so when things open up for her, when she drives in and kicks out, hopefully we'll get our shooting percentage back up.
Tonight you've got Hoquiam, an on-league game, a little smaller school. What do you know about the Grizzlies?
I know they beat us by 35 last year. We're not walking in here in any means and expecting that we're going to walk out with a win. We know we got to fight for it. We know that they're not going to give it to us. We know they have some kids hurt. We got a couple hurt ourselves, and it's going to be a scrap match tonight. And these games over break, they're tough because you don't know what the kids are doing when they wake up, or if they wake up at noon, or so game days are sometimes sluggish or tough, and hopefully our girls came prepared tonight. They seem to be upbeat, and it should be a good match.
What do you do to keep them focused?
We try to have early practices. We try to practice at 9 o'clock in the morning to 11 o'clock, and 9 to 11:30 sometimes, and make sure that they're focused when they come to practice, so at least they're getting some of that knowledge of getting good shots up instead of coming in sluggish to practice. It's kind of hard on game days. We start at 7 o'clock, doesn't matter what day it is, and so it's tough sometimes. We had them come in today, do walkthrough at 4 o'clock, so varsity was in here for a half-hour walkthrough. Get them in the locker room a little bit early, get the music going, get them warmed up, get them pumped up. Hopefully that does the trick.
You talked about injuries. What is your injury situation?
Morgan Leach had a skiing injury over the weekend. We don't know when we're going to get her back. It's a huge loss for us. She just got over kind of a foot injury that started at the beginning of the season, working our way back into our starting rotation, and it's a big loss. Kara Bogue, she suffered some kind of a knee tweak during our Central Kitsap game, and so she's still nursing that. We're not 100% on her yet, and so we're really looking at about 700% girls right now. And so, it's going to be a tough match. I think they have 7 or 8. We have 7, and we're going to run and play our game, try to fast break as much as possible, and, we're going to get our shots up.
Good luck tonight, Coach.
All right, thank you so much.
Coach Aaron Leth, and how he thinks his Highclimbers are going to fare, or how they have fared so far this season. Take a timeout. We'll be right back with the starting lineups. This is MasonWebTV.com and HoodCanalCommunications.HCC.net.
Hood Canal Communications and Mason Web TV have teamed up to bring you live and replayed webcasts of Highclimbers basketball. Catch all the action at MasonWebTV.com and HCC.net/news. Cheer on your favorite local athlete, even if you can't make it to the game in person. As an added incentive, we're giving away a Kindle Fire HD6 at the end of the season. For your chance to win, get the secret code announced during each game and then enter online at HCC.net/contest. Go Climbers!
MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications HCC.net are your best source for high school basketball, featuring the Shelton Highclimbers, the North Mason Bulldogs, and the Mary M. Knight Owls. We give you complete coverage of a game, from starting lineups to scoring leaders you can trust will bring you all the action. Our next webcast is Wednesday, January 6th, when the Shelton boys host North Thurston in a Narrows League matchup. Tip-off in the Mini-Dome is 7 p.m., and you can find it on MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications HCC.net.
The Hood Canal Communications team keeps your business connected to the world.
Our certified technicians provide complete IT services to keep your business running smoothly.
From spyware and virus removal, on-site server and computer installation, network design, configuration, and more.
Let HCC be your IT partner. Call or click today, 898-2481 or hcc.net.
Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
And we're back at the Mini-Dome. Dedrick Allan at the top of the stands on the home side, across from the scorers tables. Here are your starting 5 for each team. We'll start out with the Hoquiam Lady Grizzlies, the team obviously on the left there. You'll start out with Kelsey Parker, a 5'5" senior guard. Isabel Hernandez, a 5'8" junior wing player. Kylie Stewart, a 5'7" senior wing. Brandy Parson, a 5'7" junior guard, and Carly Cron, a 5'5" sophomore guard. On the high climber lineup, Ella Pinter gets the starting nod tonight, a 5'2" senior point guard. Timber Ware, the freshman, 5'5". She gets the start as well. Aurora Gooley gets the nod tonight as well, at 5'5" senior. Jasmine Griffin in the starting lineup tonight, 5'6" sophomore. And Caitlin Allen, the big lady in the middle for the high climbers, a 5'8" senior. So that's Parker, Hernandez, Stewart, Parson, and Cron for the Grizzlies. Pinter, Ware, Gooley, Griffin, and Allen for the high climbers. Those are your starting 5 for both teams. And we're about ready to get this thing tipped up as the starting lineups are being announced here at the Mini-Dome tonight. So the high climbers will be in their home whites, and the Grizzlies will be kind of in a maroon color with gray numbers. And we're about ready to get this thing tipped off. You notice we have a little bit of a different look to our scoreboard at the bottom of the screen now. You obviously see Shelton and Hoquiam and the scoring columns and the scoreboard or the clock there with the first and the shot clock in the far lower right-hand corner. So we're just a few seconds away from getting this thing tipped off. So we'll step aside. We'll be right back here on MasonWebTV.com.
If you've been thinking of advertising with MasonWebTV.com, now is the time. Our ad rates have remained steady since we started providing news, sports, and information in 2011, but unfortunately that must change. With the new year comes a modest increase for new clients, while current banner ad clients will continue at an affordable $75 a month. If you want to be one of those savvy businesses, contact me before the end of January. Call, text, or email today to lock in your spot on MasonWebTV.com.
And we're ready to get this thing underway. Looks like Griffin and Stewart will get teed off and the High Climbers win. That's Aurora Gooley over to Ware, back to Gooley. Aurora dribbles to the top, steps inside the arc, looking for somebody to pass to, finds Ware. Timber will dribble around and set the play to Aurora. Finds Jasmine Griffin. Out it goes, and a three on the way at the top by Ware. Rebound goes to Hoquiam, and here come the Lady Grizzlies. That's Parker running, actually, yes, it's Parker. And here comes Parsons. Parsons dribbles back near the mid-court circle. Nice steal by Timber Ware. She's going to go up and lay it off the glass and drops in. So Timber Ware puts the High Climbers on the board first. And Parson will throw it over. All alone for a little 15-footer, and in is Kelsey Parker. Tie ball game. Gooley with it between the circles for the High Climbers. Stops. Throw it over to Ware. Timber thought about a three. Into the corner to Griffin. Griffin working on the far side. Back to Ware, over to Pinter. Down it goes to Gooley. Gooley drives baseline. Stops in the paint, loses the ball, and that will stay. Actually, it'll go over to the Grizzlies. Hoquiam ball on the turnover, the first of the ball game for the High Climbers. Pinter is the pressure in backcourt for the High Climbers. That's Cron. Down it goes. And Parker can't keep it in the field play or the court. And steps on the baseline, and that'll be a turnover, the first for Hoquiam. Ella Pinter with the ball for the High Climbers. Between the circles. Throws over to Aurora Gooley. Up top to Caitlin Allen. Allen drives to the foul line, hands it off to Timber Ware. Fakes the three, drives to the baseline. Stutter steps and finds Griffin back to Ware for three. That's off the mark. Rebound. Allen tracked it down in the corner, but it's slapped out of bounds by, it looks like it's Isabel Hernandez knocking it out of bounds. Actually, it was Stewart. Kylie Stewart knocked it out of bounds for the Grizzlies. And there's Timber Ware for Shelton with the ball. Over to Aurora Gooley with one on the shot clock. Launches a three, comes up just a little bit short. Rebound goes to Cron. And here comes Parson. Gets the screen in backcourt. Dribbles past the double team. Down to the baseline. Jumper on the way by Hernandez. It's in. And the High Climbers are on the run. Here comes Ware. How's it to Gooley? Aurora dribbles into the corner on the far side. Throws it up top to Griffin. Jasmine hands it off to Timber Ware. Ware will drive baseline, spinning back in the middle. Lost the ball in the paint. The ball is picked up by Griffin in the middle of the paint, and she ends up taking steps trying to get a pass off. That's the second turnover on the High Climbers. Hoquiam ball on their baseline in the backcourt. Pinter, the single player to provide pressure. That's Parson with it, trying to get by Pinter. Throws it to Cron and gets the ball back. High post feed. Out it goes. 3 on the way. Parker missed it. Rebound and the putback by Cron falls off, and Ware comes up with it for the Highclimbers. Throws it up. That's Gooley. Gooley drives baseline. And a hand check foul on the Grizzlies. First whistle of the ball game. I think that went on is Isabel Hernandez, her first. Baseline inbounds to Ware. Timber will take it and spin a 3 in from the top. And the Highclimbers are up 1, 5-4. Quickly back the other way. That's Stewart in the paint, misses the shot. Got her own rebound, goes right to the hoop, off the glass and in for Kylie Stewart. And Hoquiam is up 1 now. Ware to Griffin. Griffin stutter steps and drew a foul on Hoquiam. And that'll go on Kelsey Parker, her first. Kylie Bagwell steps onto the court for Hoquiam. Inbounds goes to Gooley. Gooley throws it over to Griffin. Griffin shuffles it down to Gooley, turns it put to the bucket, blocked out of bounds by Isabel Hernandez for Hoquiam, and it stays in the hands of the Highclimbers. Baseline inbounds to the left of the backboard. Another substitution for the Grizzlies, number 3, Jade Cox. It's a Highclimber ball. Gooley will trigger the play. Throws it up top to Pinter. All 5'2" of her. Throws it over to Ware. Ware, one dribble, finds Griffin cutting the bucket off of her shoulder. Got it back to Gooley. Fakes the baseline jumper. Spins in the paint. Nice move. Puts it up and in. Looking for a foul, but no whistle. But got the bucket. And here come the Grizzlies the other way. That's Cron with it. Swing it over to Cox. Up top it goes to Parker, to Cron, to Cox. Cox jumper, it's a little short. And the rebound and the putback doesn't fall. Cox comes up with it again, sets it to the top. And that's Parker with it. Throwing it over to Cron. Near side now it's Cox. Back up top, looking for high post speed. Hernandez trying to drive, split double team, kick it out. 10 on the shot clock now. Over it goes, near steal off of the arm of Parker, out of bounds, in the second turnover for the Grizzlies. Vanessa Kennedy steps onto the court for the Highclimbers. And Paige Johnson, coming off of a little bit of injury against North Mason. She's on the court as well as Caitlin Allen and Aurora Gooley will sit down for Shelton. It is Highclimber ball, backcourt sideline in the bounds. Ware will trigger it, and Pinter will be waiting. So it's Johnson, Ware, Kennedy, Ware, Griffin, and Pinter. And we're still having some discussion here as to who's doing what, and we're going to get a discussion with the referees, I believe, on the scorers table. And we'll just stay right here until they get this figured out. 1 point lead for the Highclimbers. Highclimbers will have the ball once play resumes. 3:05 to go here in the first quarter. And there's still some discussion on the scorers table there. What is going on, I'm not quite sure. And we could have taken about a couple of commercials at this point, waiting for this to start. So now what are we going to figure out here? I believe we have a technical foul. After all that, we got a technical foul on the Grizzlies. And Vanessa Kennedy will shoot the 2 technical free throws. First technical free throw is up and in. And Kennedy will get another free throw for Shelton. And there's the second one. Oh, we had a player that wasn't entered in the official score book, and that's why there was a technical foul on the Grizzlies, and it's a 3-point lead for the Highclimbers. And Griffin will get it into Pinter, and we're playing again. Pinter will throw it over to Kennedy. Kennedy will launch a three. Just a little short. Rebound tapped, and to Griffin. Griffin to the foul line. Out it goes to Pinter. Pinter drives baseline, leaves it for Kennedy, Ware to the Johnson. Had it stripped from her by Parker. And here come the Grizzlies, trailing by 3. Parker with it. Bounces it to the feet of Cron. In the paint it goes, and steal by Ware. Timber going to go 1-on-2. Avoids the contact, comes up short on the shot, and the rebound pulled down by the Grizzlies. And a jumper at the elbow by Bagwell. Missed it. Pinter gets the rebound, and a jump ball is called, and that'll go over to the Grizzlies. Baseline inbounds, and that'll be Cron with it. Over it goes to Parker for 3. She missed that one. Rebound pulled down by Hernandez for Hoquiam. Missed the jumper. Rebound tapped around, and Pinter comes up with it in traffic. And here comes Griffin. Jasmine up the far side, speeding to the hoop. Going to go right there, scoop it in. Jasmine Griffin with her first bucket of the night, and the lead is now 5, 11-6. Here's Parker with it. Up top and swinging over to the opposite side, and another near steal by the Highclimbers. Driving to the hoop on the recovery, almost pulling it in. Another offensive rebound by the Grizzlies, and the rebound goes to Griffin, and here comes Ware. Ware quickly up, it goes to Kennedy. Kennedy to the hoop, banging bodies, and no whistle, and that will stay with the Highclimbers. Kylie Stewart will return for the Grizzlies, and Isabel Hernandez will sit down. Baseline inbounds for the Lady Climbers. Timber Ware will trigger the play from the left of the backboard. Looking for Johnson. She'll throw it up to Griffin. Griffin beyond the three-point arc. Gets it back to Ware. Gets it right back. And a hook pass down to Page off her hands. Wasn't expecting that. And the 4th turnover on Shelton. Minute 15 to go here in the first quarter. 11-6. Shelton with the ball, or with the lead. Hoquiam with the ball. That's Cron with it. Throws it up top to Cox. Cox finds, well, it's actually hooked out to Parker. Jumper off the glass and in. Kelsey with her second bucket. The Highclimbers coming right back. There's Kennedy. I swear, actually, now it's Kennedy. Swing it over to Pinter. Pinter, up top it goes to Kennedy. To Johnson in the paint. To dribble out of the paint, find Ware. Timber, driving baseline, spinning. Out it goes to Griffin. Jasmine with a 3-ball. 5 points for Jasmine Griffin. And it's a 14-8 lead. Parker, nice backdoor find, but not able to finish with Stewart, but an offensive rebound and a putback. And that one goes in by Carly Cron. And there's Ware to Kennedy. Back to Ware. She'll launch a 3. Missed it. Johnson with the rebound. Lost the ball. Got it back. Finds Pinter. Pinter to Ware. Back over to Griffin. Griffin for 3. No. And that'll do the first quarter. So after 1, Shelton 14, Hoquiam 10. We'll be right back. This is MasonWebTV.com and Hood Communications HCC.net.
The Hood Canal Communications team keeps your business connected to the world via broadband, video, and voice.
We offer business phone systems,
voice service with unlimited long distance,
broadband with speeds up to 1,000 megabits per second,
complete IT services,
on-site computer repair,
video service,
and advertising.
Let HCC be your communications service partner.
Call or click today, 898-2481 or hcc.net.
Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected. The Hood Canal Communications team keeps your business connected to the world via broadband, video, and voice.
And we're back at the Mini Dome, waiting for the start of the second quarter. 4-point lead for the Highclimbers after one quarter, being led by 5 points from Timber Ware and 5 from Jasmine Griffin. 2 apiece for Vanessa Kennedy and Aurora Gooley. For the Grizzlies, 4 points for Kelsey Parker and 2 apiece for Isabel Hernandez, Kylie Stewart, and Carly Cron. It'll be Highclimber ball coming out of the timeout between quarters. Aurora Gooley back in the ball game. She'll get it into Kennedy. And here come the Highclimbers. Kennedy bounces over to Ware. Timber, a couple of dribbles up top, throws it over to Caitlin Allen, also back in the ball game. Over goes to Aurora Gooley. Down to Johnson. Johnson goes baseline on the turnaround jumper. Falls off. Rebound goes to Parker for the Hoquiam. And a foul called on the Highclimbers, first of the ball game. And that'll go on Caitlin Allen, her first. And here come the Grizzlies. Near picking and over and back as Parsons stepped to front court and then back into the back court. And that's a turnover for the Grizzlies. It's Highclimber ball. Kennedy will bring it in. Bring it up, I should say. High post feed to Johnson. Page drives side of the paint off the glass and in. Her first bucket of the night. And that is Parker to Parsons. Looking for the high post feed and throws it across the court. And a steal by Ware. Ware can't kind of crack it down in front of the scorer's table, but active hands. And it'll be a Hoquiam ball, mid-court inbounds from in front of the scorer's table. Gets it in back court. And that's Parker. Kelsey will get it back over to Parsons. And down it goes to Bagwell. Out to Cox. Up top. And here's Parsons. Down it goes to Parker. Parker trying to drive around the freshman. Reverse layup. Falls in. Kelsey Parker with her third bucket. 6 points leading the Grizzlies in scoring so far tonight. Here comes Kennedy for Shelton. Top of the key. Hands it off to Gooley. She'll drive to the foul line and launch a shot. And hit it. Aurora with her second bucket of the night. 6 point lead for Shelton. Here comes Hoquiam. Down it goes to Bagwell. Driving baseline. Bounce it out. Parker jumper. Off. Rebound pulled down by Aurora Gooley. Saves it in bounds as she stumbled out of bounds, but she'll be knocked out of bounds by the Grizzlies. Here comes Aurora Gooley for Shelton. Takes the high post feed and just moved her pivot foot for the fifth turnover on Shelton. So Maya Jump is in the ballgame for the first time for the Grizzlies. And Isabel Hernandez returns for Hoquiam as well. It's a Grizzlies ball. And here come the Grizzlies. That's Parker. And we have a whistle away from the ball on the Highclimbers. Second team foul on Shelton. Paige Johnson picked up her first. So it's baseline inbounds for the Grizzlies. Inbounds goes to Jump. She'll bounce it to Stewart. Stewart drives baseline. And now there's a touch foul on the High Climbers. Should be Vanessa Kennedy picked up her first. It'll be the third team foul on Shelton. So it'll be another baseline inbounds for the Grizzlies. Stewart will trigger the play. Bounce it into Parker. Parker throws it back to Stewart. Just mugged and fouled by Kennedy there. All arm on Vanessa. Depends on who they're going to do here. They're going to, yep, that went to Vanessa. That's her second, fourth team foul. At the line this time for the Grizzlies is Kylie Stewart. 2 free throws. Got the first one. She'll get one more. Jasmine Griffin up off the High Climber bench to go get Vanessa, who sit down with 2 fouls. 5:45 to go in the half. Shelton with the lead, and Hoquiam's Kylie Stewart at the line for the second of 2 free throws. Out the back of the iron, rebound pulled down by Johnson. And here comes Aurora Gooley. Aurora speeding up court to the 3-point arc. Wisely turns around to set the offense for Shelton. Gets a screen from Johnson. Step on the 3-point arc and hit the jumper. They're going to call that a 3 for Gooley. That will be her 7th point of the night. And here comes Stewart to the foul line. Pull-up jumper. It falls off. Rebound. Jasmine Griffin comes up with it. Throws it up to where? Timber has a 2-on-2. And then the rest of the Grizzlies catch up the pack. Over it goes to Griffin. Griffin just inside the arc. Put it up short. Rebound Allan. Allan had the ball stripped, and they're going to call a foul on the Grizzlies. And that'll go on Isabel Hernandez, her second. Baseline inbounds. Goes to Johnson, out to Griffin. Griffin to the side of the paint, into the paint. Scoop shot comes up short. And then there's going to be a whistle on Jasmine, her first 5th team foul on Shelton. It'll be Grizzly ball, just under 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. And here comes Brandy Parson. Throw over to Parker, back to Parson. Looking for Stewart at the high post. Swing it over to jump. Back to Parsons. Down it goes to Parker. Parker cross court. Baseline jumper on the way by Hernandez. That's off. Rebound pulled down by Griffin. And that'll be a foul on the Grizzlies. And the personal foul will go on Kylie Stewart. Her second. It's 30-second timeout. We'll be right back. This is MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications, HCC.net.
Hood Canal Communications and Mason Web TV have teamed up to bring you live and replayed webcasts of High Climbers basketball. Catch all the action at MasonWebTV.com and HCC.net/news. Cheer on your favorite local athlete, even if you can't make it to the game in person. As an added incentive, we're giving away a Kindle Fire HD6 at the end of the season. For your chance to win, get the secret code announced during each game and then enter online at HCC.net/contest. Go Climbers!
And we're back here at the Mini Dome. 4:37 to go here in the second quarter. Shelton 21, Hoquiam 13. Let's see, that's the 8-point lead for the High Climbers. Matches their biggest lead of the night so far. It'll be High Climber ball coming out of the timeout. Aurora Gooley will do the honors. Throw it in to Timber Ware. And Timber will bring it up. Over to Griffin. Griffin drives baseline. Back to Ware. Knocked out of bounds by the active hands of Maya Jump. For Hoquiam, it'll be a High Climber ball. Baseline inbounds. Ware inbounds it to Gooley. Gooley fakes the 3, drives to the side of the paint, lost the ball. That'll be a personal foul on the Grizzlies. That went on Brandy Parson, her first. So it's baseline inbounds for the High Climbers. Inbounds goes to Johnson, out to Ware. Ware to Gooley. Aurora back and forth on the dribble. Throws it up top, and it's Ware. Fakes the 3 high side of the paint, feed to Johnson. Turnaround jumper blocked, and then knocked out of bounds by Griffin. It'll be Grizzly ball. And here come the Grizzlies. It's Parsons. Down it goes to Stewart. Out to Hernandez. Over it goes. And that's Parson. Actually, no, that's jump. Missed the shot. Rebound pulled down by Johnson. Here comes Aurora Gooley for the High Climbers. Top of the key. Bouncing double team. Deflected, but it gets to Johnson. Page drives side of the paint. Stripped and fouled the ball. That'll be the 16th foul on Hoquiam. Personal foul will go on whom? Yeah, it went on Isabel Hernandez, her third. At the line for a couple of free throws for Shelton is Paige Johnson. Her first trip to the free throw line tonight. She has only 2 points so far. First free throw. Oh, missed it. Rebound, Allen. Out it goes to Griffin. Griffin for 3, no. Johnson with rebound in the putback. Up and in. And here comes Hoquiam the other way. That's Parson with it. Into the corner. Knocked away by Paige Johnson. Bringing it up. Throws it to Gooley. Gooley to Ware on the baseline. Just off of her fingertips out of bounds. It'll be High Climber ball as Vanessa Kennedy returns. And Caitlin Allen will sit down for Shelton. 10-point lead for the High Climbers. Biggest lead of the night. For Shelton. Another stoppage of play here.
Ladies and gentlemen, that last foul was on Kylie Stewart, her first.
So we're directing the official scorebook there. Stepping onto the court for the Grizzlies is Carly Cron. And onto the court for the High Climbers is Ella Pinter, who got the starting nod tonight. There's Cox with it to Stewart. Stewart tried to feed it down low to Bagwell. Lost the ball. Ball still free. And Griffin saves it in bounds. But it goes right to the Grizzlies. Out it goes to Cron. Up top to Parson. She'll get it back to set the offense. There's Jump with it. Swing it over. No look pass. And it's Parson. High post feed to Stewart. Out it goes to Jump. Jump bothered by Johnson. Lost the ball and got it back. Here's Parsons. Actually, no, that's Parson. Out it goes with a jumper just inside the arc. Nailing the shot is Cron, her second bucket. Comes Ella Pinter for the High Climbers, coming back the other way. Ella will throw it over to Kennedy. Kennedy drives the foul line. Jumper at the elbow, falls off. Griffin with a rebound. Shuffles it over to Pinter. Down it goes to Johnson. Alone to the hoop. Lays up and in. Paige Johnson, 6 points in the quarter. And the lead is back to 10. Stewart, swing out. 3 on the way, the short. Rebound, Pinter had it, lost it, tied up by Stewart. And a jump ball is called. And is also in there on the tie-up is Cron. Caitlin Allen stepping back onto the court for the High Climbers. Paige Johnson will get a nicely deserved rest. It's baseline inbounds from the left of the backboard. Stewart will trigger the play. Throw it into Jump. Back to Stewart. Stewart drives baseline. Took a couple of steps with no call. Got the shot to roll. Stewart with 5 points, and here come the High Climbers. Up it goes to Kennedy. To Griffin. Griffin drives side of the paint right to the hoop, put it up. Oh, popped out. Rebound knocked into Griffin's hands. She was standing about 3 feet beyond the baseline, out of bounds. It'll be Grizzly ball with 1:35 to go in the half. 8-point lead for the Highclimbers. Hoquiam has the ball. There's jump. Throws it over to Parson. Parson. Double team to Stewart. Stewart side of the paint. Gets by Griffin. Puts it up and in. Here comes Kennedy the other way for the Highclimbers. Lead is now 6 for Shelton. With the ball is Pinter. Ella dribbles between the circles. Trying to dribble, penetrate beyond into the zone. Backdoor cut. Can't quite get there. Turned over by the Highclimbers. Here comes Stewart for the Hoquiam. Stewart will run point this time. Bounce it over to Parson. Parson trying to dribble over. Finds Bagwell. Back to Parson. Parson dribbles to the three-point arc. To the baseline. Stops and pops. Missed it. Rebound goes to Griffin. Out to Kennedy. Kennedy up to Ware. Ware one-on-one to the hoop. Played it up and in. Timber Ware 7 points tonight so far. And the lead is now 8. Jump. Will throw it over to Parson to Stewart off the leg of some high climber. I'm going to call a foul on Shelton, though. And that'll go on Timber Ware, her first. 6th team foul on Shelton. So it'll be baseline inbounds for the Grizzlies. Cron will trigger the play from the left of the backboard. Grizzlies in the four corners of the key, and she'll throw it up. Pinter almost with the steal, and Parson came up with it. And a jump ball is called, and that's good. It's a turnover. I have 5 turnovers on the Grizzlies and 5 on the Highclimbers so far tonight. 23 seconds to go here in the half. Highclimbers leading by 8, 27-19. Ella Pinter with the ball in backcourt, and she'll hold it there. Run some clock down. And here goes Ella. Three-point arc, splits double team, hooks it out, and threw it away. Just Ware, and threw it out of bounds. So Hoquiam will get the ball with 8 seconds to go the length of the floor. Highclimbers are going player on player, and it was Cron who stepped over the line before throwing it, and a timeout has been called. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back. This is MasonWebTV.com and Hoquiam Communications HCC.net.
MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications HCC.net are your best source for high school basketball, featuring the Shelton Highclimbers, the North Mason Bulldogs, and the Mary M. Knight Owls. We give you complete coverage of a game. From starting lineups to scoring leaders you can trust will bring you all the action. Our next webcast is Wednesday, January 6th, when the Shelton boys host North Thurston in a Narrows League matchup. Tip-off in the Mini-Dome is 7 p.m., and you can find it on MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications HCC.net.
And we're waiting for the start of this last 8 seconds of the half. Shelton Highclimbers leading 27-19 over the Hoquiam Grizzlies. It will be Highclimber ball coming out of the timeout. Sideline inbounds, and the Highclimbers are late getting out there, so inbounds is going to go. Ware's got to pick it up. That's a 3 count. Got to pick up the ball, and there's a 5 count because Timber Ware was not aware that the ball had already been in play, so that's a 7th turnover on Shelton. So the ball goes back to the Grizzlies. Inbounds, goes to jump. Back it goes. And Bagwell will turn and shoot for 3. Nope. Rebound. And a whistle. And the clock was really slow. That was a slow 8 seconds. And a foul on the Highclimbers. That'll be on Kennedy, her 3rd, if I saw that right. Yes, it's her 3rd. At the line for the first up, a 1-and-1 for Hoquiam. And hitting it is Isabel Hernandez. She'll get one more. There's a 1 second on this clock. Hernandez, second free throw, in and out. Rebound goes to Kennedy, and that'll do it for the half. Highclimbers led by 27 at 1 point, or by 10 at 1 point. And now have a 7-point lead heading into the locker room, 27-20. Take a timeout. We'll be right back. This is MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications HCC.net.
Thanks to cell phones, you can call 911 from almost anywhere.
911, what's the address to your emergency? I just wrecked. Can you find where I'm at? I can't find where you're at.
But many people don't realize that cell phones and even smartphones don't always send location or GPS information when you call 911.
What road are you on? Were you on the highway? You can't find where I'm at. No, I need you to tell me what road you were on.
Since 911 dispatchers can't always tell the location of your emergency, they need your help.
It's the last turnoff right before Okanagan, and it's like 3 miles to Okanagan, I think. Did you go by the cemetery? We just passed the cemetery. Just past the cemetery. Okay. Are you sending anybody to look for us? I'm telling them right now. The other dispatcher is getting on the radio.
Every second counts in an emergency. If you identify your location when calling 911, help can be sent quicker. Help 911 help you know your location. An important message from your local 911 office and Washington State Emergency Management.
MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications HCC.net are webcasting high school basketball games featuring Shelton, North Mason, and Mary M. Knight. You can be part of these broadcasts for only $15 per game. That gives you a minimum of 3 30-second commercials in each game for only $5 each. If you contact us by January 8th and sign up for all the remaining games, you will get those games for the price of 10 games and lock in your rate at $15 for the playoffs. So call, text, or email today. MasonWebTV.com and
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
And we're at halftime. That score 27-20. Shelton Highclimbers leading the Hoquiam Grizzlies. Girls non-league high school basketball tonight in the mini dome. Highclimbers are being led by the 7 points of Timber Ware. We have some points for Aurora Gooley as well. 6 for Paige Johnson, 5 for Jasmine Griffin, and a deuce for Paige Johnson and Vanessa Kennedy. For the Grizzlies, they're being led by Kylie Stewart's 7 points, 6 from Kelsey Parker, 4 from Carly Cron, and 3 from Isabel Hernandez. And that rounds out the scoring. Turnovers, another issue for both teams. Well, early on. Well, actually, not too bad when you look at the numbers. 7 for the Highclimbers, 6 for the Grizzlies. It's a matter of what the other team did with them that makes the difference. And again, the Highclimbers had a 10-point lead in the second quarter and now lead by 7 at half. We'll take another timeout. We'll be right back. This is MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications HCC.net.
Learn how to
Run.
hide,
Fight.
Columbine High School.
Newtown.
Virginia Tech.
Aurora Theater.
Columbia Mall.
Fort Hood.
Navy Yard.
Chattanooga. Charleston.
enough.
How many more?
How many more classrooms?
How many more colleges?
How many more movie theaters?
How many more shopping malls?
How many more military facilities?
How many more houses of faith?
Enough.
Learn how to
Run.
Hide.
Fight.
visit www.nextsafe.org.
Prepare your community.
As an American.
As a human being.
No more lists of names.
It's not too soon.
Now is the time.
It's time.
We need to be more prepared.
It's time for our leaders to help prepare the public. Right now.
Enough. Enough.
Prepare an emergency plan for you and your community. Visit the National Center for Citizen Safety at www.nextsafe.org.
Hood Canal Communications and Mason Web TV have teamed up to bring you live and replayed webcasts of Highclimbers basketball. Catch all the action at masonwebtv.com and hcc.net/news. Cheer on your favorite local athlete, even if you can't make it to the game in person. As an added incentive, we're giving away a Kindle Fire HD6 at the end of the season. For your chance to win, get the secret code announced during each game and then enter online at hcc.net/contest. Go Climbers!
If you've been thinking of advertising with MasonWebTV.com, now is the time. Our ad rates have remained steady since we started providing news, sports, and information in 2011, but unfortunately that must change. With the new year comes a modest increase for new clients, while current banner ad clients will continue at an affordable $75 a month. If you want to be one of those savvy businesses, contact me before the end of January. Call, text, or email today to lock in your spot on MasonWebTV.com.
The Hood Canal Communications team keeps your business connected to the world via broadband, video, and voice.
We offer business phone systems,
Voice service with unlimited long distance,
broadband with speeds up to 1,000 megabits per second,
complete IT services,
on-site computer repair,
video service,
and advertising.
Let HCC be your communications service partner.
Call or click today, 898-2481 or hcc.net.
Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected. The Hood Canal Communications team keeps your business connected.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it. I know. Come alive with the forest. The dad was cute.
They were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
And we're back at the Mini Dome. Halftime score, Shelton 27, Hoquiam 20. Again, the Highclimbers are being, balanced scoring with 7 points for Timberware and 7 for Aurora Goody to lead the Highclimbers, and Paige Johnson has 6-5 for Jasmine Griffin. For the Grizzlies, their leading scorer is Kylie Stewart, has 7 points, 6 from Kelsey Parker, and 4 for Carly Cron. So we're just about 3 minutes away from the third quarter. Highclimbers did have a 10-point lead at one point in the second quarter. And the Grizzlies were able to chip that down to, I think, 5. And then now we have a 7-point lead for the Highclimbers at half. We'll take another timeout. We'll be back with the third quarter here on MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications HCC.net.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications HCC.net are webcasting high school basketball games featuring Shelton, North Mason, and Mary M. Knight. You can be part of these broadcasts for only $15 per game. That gives you a minimum of 3 30-second commercials in each game for only $5 each. If you contact us by January 8th and sign up for all the remaining games, you will get those games for the price of 10 games and lock in your rate at $15 for the playoffs. So call, text, or email today.
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent.
We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the I.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
He's on his way. He doesn't even know that we're here. Is he okay? Please tell me he's okay.
Laura.
Okay, try to call him again.
There's no signal.
Try.
Nothing's working.
Well, just
Everything's
try.
down.
This is so bad. He's out there by himself.
Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Start your plan at ready.gov.
MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications HCC.net are your best source for high school basketball featuring the Shelton Highclimbers, the North Mason Bulldogs, and the Mary M. Knight Owls. We give you complete coverage of a game. From starting lineups to scoring leaders you can trust will bring you all the action. Our next webcast is Wednesday, January 6th, when the Shelton boys host North Thurston in a Narrows League matchup. Tip-off in the Mini Dome is 7 p.m., and you can find it on MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications HCC.net.
And we're waiting for the start of the third quarter. Shelton 27, Hoquiam 20. Highclimbers are able to build into a 10-point lead at 1 point in time in the second quarter. And the Grizzlies have tried to make a comeback, not quite getting it down, but to the 7 points at 1 point. And it looks like the Highclimbers will come out with Aurora Gooley, Timberware, Caitlin Allen, Ella Pinter, and Jasmine Griffin. And it should be Hoquiam ball coming out of the timeout. Hold on a second here, guys. And a good fake out by the Highclimbers is Timberware. I'm sorry to chuckle. Timberware just takes the inbounds as the Hoquiam team was lined up on the wrong end defensively. And it'll be Parson with the ball. Throw it over, and it's Hernandez. Finds Parker, back to Hernandez, fakes the three over to Stewart. Stewart just inside the arc, long two. Nope, rebound pulled down by Allen. Allen, some traffic, gets it to Aurora Gooley. Up it goes to Timberware, spinning and dribbling it off her foot. Coming up with it is Hernandez. She'll throw it over to Parson, and here come the Grizzlies, slowing the pace down, trailing by 9. Kelsey, nice cut back find, but missing the shot. And a steal by Stewart. She'll lay it up and in. Kylie Stewart, 9 points tonight, and the first foul on the Highclimbers is going to go on Caitlin Allen, her second. So she has a possibility of a three-point play. Does Stewart? Free throw, short, rebound, tapped, and a fight for it under the bucket. It'll go off, well, so it'll go off of Hernandez out of bounds. It'll be a Highclimber ball. Gooley will inbounds it to Griffin and get it right back. And here comes Aurora crossing midcourt. We'll get over to Griffin. Jasmine holds it way beyond the arc, directing some traffic over to Pinter. Ella drives baseline cutoff and draws a double team. Stop. Finds Allen, but threw it away, and here come the Grizzlies the other way. There's Stewart. Stewart going to go right to the hoop, puts it up and in over Allen. 9 points for Kylie. And here comes Aurora Gooley for Shelton. So in over to Jasmine Griffin. Griffin back to Gooley. Gets a screen from Allen, drives to the foul line, put up a little shot that's partially blocked, and then the ball comes into the hands of Parson. Parson gets the ball back from Parker, and then Parker gets it crossing midcourt to the three-point arc, to the foul line, to the paint, puts it up and popped out. Rebound goes to Griffin for Shelton. Up it goes to Ware. Timber crossing midcourt, has a 1-on-2. Wisely finds a trailer. That's Allen to the hoop, puts it up, missed the shot. Rebound pulled down by Parker, and there's a late whistle, and that'll be on the Highclimbers. Paige Johnson back in the lineup for the Highclimbers. Caitlin Allen will get, sit down. That foul went on Ella Pinter, her first. Inbounds for Hoquiam goes to Cron. Cron speeding up, going to coast, puts it up, popped out. Rebound. Stewart had it for a moment. Bounces to Hernandez. Her jumper at the foul line fell off. Stewart comes over the rebound. Goes right back with a crossover move and can't finish. And here comes Aurora Gooley for Shelton. Up it goes to Pinter. Pinter speeds to the baseline. And the ball slapped out of bounds by Stewart. Stewart at 5'7", Pinter at 5'2". Ella will inbounds it from the sideline near the corner. Throws it in to Aurora Gooley. To the top of the key. Throw it over, and it's Griffin. Griffin shuffles it down to Johnson. Johnson turn around in the paint, foul, but no call. Rebound pulled down by Hernandez. Hernandez throws it to Stewart, and Stewart will get it to Parson, and here come the Grizzlies. Lead is now 5 for Shelton. Parson in the midcourt circle, lost the ball, slaps it up and out of bounds. That'll be a turnover on Hoquiam, their 7th of the evening, first in the third quarter, however. Aurora Gooley will trigger the play. And Bagwell's quickly up off the Hoquiam bench. Stewart will get a much-deserved rest. Kylie has 4 points to cut into this lead of the Highclimbers. It's now 5. Shelton has the ball. Ella Pinter will bring it up. Crossing midcourt. Throws it over to Aurora Gooley, drives baseline, and a hand to check foul on the Grizzlies. Their first. Personal foul will go on Kylie Bagwell. That's her first. It'll be baseline inbounds for the Highclimbers. To the right of the backboard, Gooley will inbounds it to Pinter. Pinter, they're going to say she traveled. That was a real ticky-tack, a little quick on the call on that travel. And here come the Grizzlies. Parker with it. Saves it inbounds, but it goes out of bounds, so it's a turn it right back over to the Highclimbers. 10 turnovers on Shelton, 8 on Hoquiam. It's Highclimber ball. Gooley will trigger the play from the far sideline into the backcourt to Pinter. Ella brings it up center of the court. Back to Aurora Gooley, over to Pinter. And Jasmine Griffin. Griffin drives baseline, hooks a pass to Ware, puts it up and in. 11 points for number 11, Timber Ware. And leads back up. Pinter with the steal at midcourt. Over to Ware. Ware finds Gooley, side of the paint, off the mark. Rebound to Pinter. Pinter will attack the bucket, put it up, draws a foul. Ella Pinter to the line for a couple free throws. Personal foul on Hoquiam. On number 34, that's Carly Cron. Ella Pinter at the line for the first 2 free throws. In and out on the first one. She'll get another one. Second free throw up and in. Ella usually gets at least a point out of the games that she plays in. Hoquiam up the sidelines with passes, and Gooley will knock it out of bounds. It'll be Hoquiam ball in their front court. Inbounds goes to Parson. Parson guarded by Pinter. Throw it over Hernandez. Hernandez directing some traffic. Bagwell turns, face the bucket, all alone on the box, and putting up short was Parson. Parker with the rebound, and then a foul on the putback on the Highclimbers. Their third team foul. Personal foul will go on Timber Ware, her second. Baseline inbounds for the Grizzlies. Parker will trigger the play, throw it in to Hernandez to the side of the paint on the drive, puts it up, missed it, rebound tapped and controlled by the Highclimbers. Here comes Jasmine Griffin to Ware, center of the court, in the backcourt, and here comes Timber, throwing it over to Pinter. Pinter in the corner on the far side, throws it up to Aurora Gooley. Gooley top the key over to Griffin. Griffin drives baseline, finds Ware, turns, faces the bucket for 3. That's off. Rebound Stewart, who's back in the ball game for Hoquiam. Here comes Stewart. She's going to try and go with a whole head of steam. Baseline jumper, though, and in by Carly Cron. 6 points for Cron. 6-point lead for the Highclimbers. Shelton has the ball. Pinter down to Johnson. Johnson turns off the glass. Missed it. Rebound Hernandez. Out to Parson. Parson to Stewart. Stewart's going to speed up the court again. Center of the court. Nobody stopping ball. Stops in the paint. Finds a trailer. Put in a Cron. Missed it. And the rebound pulled down by Hoquiam. Out it goes, and that will be Parson. Parson will set the play for Hoquiam. Bothered by Pinter. Down to Hernandez. Hernandez can't handle the pass, out of bounds. Be the 9th turnover on Hoquiam. 32-26 is the score. 2:41 to go here in the third quarter. Shelton on top. The Highclimbers have the ball. Aurora Gooley running point for the Highclimbers. Throws over to Ella Pinter. High post feed to Griffin. Griffin lost the ball going out of bounds. They will say it was blocked by a Grizzly. It'll be Highclimber ball, baseline inbounds. to the right of the backboard. Kylie Bagwell will return for Hoquiam. Isabel Hernandez will sit down. Inbounds for the Highclimbers. Ware turning around and missed the shot. Rebound goes to Parker. Parker had it lost and got it right back. And here comes Parker for Hoquiam. Throws over to Parson. Inside the arc. Hand it off, and that's Stewart. Stewart drives to the foul line, and there's going to be a foul on the Highclimbers, their fourth. That'll go on Aurora Gooley. That's her first. Substitution for the Grizzlies. It's Ariel Burnett, number 1. Stewart will inbounds it, and it'll go out of bounds, and that'll be a turnover on Hoquiam, their 10th of the ball game. 6-point lead for the Highclimbers. Shelton has the ball. Ella Pinter with it back court. Over it goes to Aurora Gooley. Down to the baseline is Pinter. Pinter dribbles up, and she palmed the ball. That'll be the 11th turnover on Shelton. And a timeout has been called. Coach Leff wants to talk some things over. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back. This is MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications, HCC.net.
MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications, HCC.net are webcasting high school basketball games featuring Shelton, North Mason, and Mary M. Knight. You can be part of these broadcasts for only $15 per game. That gives you a minimum of 3 30-second commercials in each game for only $5 each. If you contact us by January 8th and sign up for all the remaining games, you will get those games for the price of 10 games and lock in your rate at $15 for the playoffs. So call, text, or email today.
Canal Communications and Mason Web TV have teamed up to bring you live and replayed webcasts of Highclimbers basketball. Catch all the action at MasonWebTV.com and HCC.net/news. Cheer on your favorite local athlete, even if you can't make it to the game in person. As an added incentive, we're giving away a Kindle Fire HD6 at the end of the season. For your chance to win, get the secret code announced during each game and then enter online at HCC.net/contest. Go Climbers!
It'll be Hoquiam ball coming out of the timeout. Burnett will trigger the play, throw it into Cox. Here come the Grizzlies. Jade to the top of the key, actually between the circles. Bounce it over to Burnett. Burnett will dribble to the three-point arc, finds Stewart in the paint. Little fadeaway, comes up short. And Johnson with the rebound in traffic. Out it goes to Ware. Ware had it blocked out of her hands and got it right back. There's Gooley. Gooley fakes a three. Step back one, hands it over to Pinter. Ella drives baseline, throws it over to Johnson. Johnson, jumper, no. Rebound Stewart for Hoquiam. Kylie on the run on the far side, speeding up court. Hand it off to Cox. Jade will throw it over to Ariel Burnett. And now it's into the near side in Cron. Cron will take the three now. That's short. Griffin will tap it inbounds, and Burnett comes up with it. She'll drive right to the hoop, put it up. Partially blocked by Johnson. Got a rebound by Bagwell, and their putback falls off. Rebound goes to Gooley. Gooley up to Ware. Ware to the hoop. Off the glass and in. 13 points for Timber tonight. And the lead is back to 8 for Shelton. Ariel Burnett with it for Hoquiam between the circles. Throws it over to Jade Cox. Back to Burnett. Gonna drive baseline, get a screen by Bagwell, puts it up and in. 5'2" Ariel Burnett to the hoop. And there's 10 seconds to go here in the quarter. Aurora Gooley, top of the key, gonna speed to the foul line. Go to the hoop, puts it up. Drew the foul though on Hoquiam. Only the third team foul on the Grizzlies. Personal foul will go on who? It'll go on Bagwell. That'll be her second. At the line for 2 free throws for Shelton, Aurora Gooley. Her first trip to the line, she has 7 points tonight. Missed the first one. She'll get another one. 3 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Shelton leading. Highclimbers Aurora Gooley. Second free throw is an air ball. Goes off. Well, they're going to just give it to the Grizzlies, and they have 3 seconds to go the length of the court. Cox will inbounds it to Burnett. Burnett will speed up. It goes to Stewart. Stewart can't get off a shot, and that'll do it for 3 quarters. So after 3, Shelton 34, Hoquiam 28. Pick a timeout. We'll be right back. This is MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications HCC.net.
If you've been thinking of advertising with MasonWebTV.com, now is the time. Our ad rates have remained steady since we started providing news, sports, and information in 2011, but unfortunately that must change. With the new year comes a modest increase for new clients, while current banner ad clients will continue at an affordable $75 a month. If you want to be one of those savvy businesses, contact me before the end of January. Call, text, or email today to lock in your spot on MasonWebTV.com.
The Hood Canal Communications team keeps your business connected to the world.
Our certified technicians provide complete IT services to keep your business running smoothly.
From spyware and virus removal, on-site server and computer installation, network design, configuration, and more.
Let HCC be your IT partner. Call or click today, 898-2481 or hcc.net.
Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
And we're waiting for the start of the fourth and final period. Shelton 34, Hoquiam 28. It'll be Hoquiam ball, actually, be Highclimber ball coming out of timeout, excuse me. And here come the Highclimbers with Kennedy, Gooley, Pinter, Griffin, and Allen on the court to finish the game up. It's Gooley over to Kennedy, to Pinter, out to Allen. Allen to Pinter, over to Kennedy, to Griffin. Griffin back to Pinter. To Gooley, but it bounced off her hands to Allen. And she'll get it back to Pinter to set the offense with 9 on the shot clock. Over to Aurora Gooley. Gooley, high dribbles, had the ball knocked out of her hands. Allen will go get it. She's got to turn and shoot a 3. That's going to come up short and go out of bounds. So that will be the Hoquiam Grizzlies ball. And they have Cox and Burnett in backcourt. Good with Hernandez. Burnett driving, weaving her way, and the ball stripped, but a foul on Shelton. 5th team foul on the Highclimbers. Personal foul went on Jasmine Griffin, her second. Maya Jump is going to check back in the ball game for the Grizzlies, replacing Carly Crone. Burnett will trigger the play. Inbound goes to Jump. Jump will get it back to Burnett. Burnett to Hernandez. Double teamed on the box. She'll force up a shot that fell off the glass and in. Highclimbers coming right back. Kennedy with it to Pinter, to Gooley, over to Griffin. Griffin up top to Kennedy. Kennedy to Griffin in the paint, and a whistle away from the ball on the Grizzlies. It'll be the 4th team foul on Hoquiam. Baseline inbounds for Shelton. Personal foul went on number 3. That's Jade Cox. Inbounds goes to Pinter. Back to Kennedy. Kennedy for 3. That's off. Rebound pulled down into the corner by Burnett. Burnett will knock it off of Kennedy's leg out of bounds, and that'll be Hoquiam ball. And here comes Cox and Burnett. Burnett between the circles. Looking for Jump on the far side and gets the ball to her. They're looking down low to Hernandez. Bounces it down to Hernandez, and there's going to be a foul on Griffin. That'll be her 3rd. 6th team foul on Shelton. Kelsey Parker will check back into the ball game for the Grizzlies, replacing Maya Jump. Paige Johnson returns for Shelton, replacing Jasmine Griffin. So it's a baseline inbounds. Parker will trigger the play, throw it into Hernandez at the foul line. She'll step by the defense, put up a shot that she's going to miss, but she drew the foul on Shelton. That'll be 17 fouls on the Highclimbers, and the personal foul will go on whom? It'll go on Ella Pinter, her second. So at the line for 2 free throws is Isabel Hernandez. She's 1 for 2 tonight, has 5 points. Make it 6. Lead is down to 3 for the Highclimbers, who have led by as many as 10 tonight. Hernandez, second free throw, up and in. Hoquiam going full court press, and Pinter in some trouble, but gives it to Kennedy, to Allan. Hands it off to Pinter. Pinter will set the offense for Shelton. Goes over to Gooley to the left side, directing some traffic. Has Johnson in the corner. Throw it down to Pinter. Pinter, open jumper just inside the arc. She rattled it in. Ella Pinter with 3 points tonight. Leads back up to 4. Burnett trying to get by Pinter on the defense. Bounces it over. It's Cox. Back to Burnett. Burnett to Cox. Cox looking inside the paint to Bagwell. Gets it back to Burnett. Burnett for 3. That's short. And it'll go out of bounds. Oh, saved inbounds by Parker, but not. She was standing out of bounds. It'll be Highclimber ball, leading by 4. Gooley will trigger the play in the back court. Throw it to Allan near midcourt. She'll wait for Pinter. Steps across midcourt, draws a double team, splits double team with a pass over to Allan, back to Pinter. Pinter over to Gooley. Gooley to Kennedy. Kennedy took some steps on that shot. That'll be the 13th turnover on Shelton. It'll be a timeout on the Grizzlies. So we'll step aside. This is MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications, HCC.net.
The Hood Canal Communications team keeps your business connected to the world via broadband, video, and voice.
We offer business phone systems,
Voice service with unlimited long distance,
broadband with speeds up to 1,000 megabits per second,
complete IT services,
on-site computer repair,
video service,
and advertising.
Let HCC be your communications service partner.
Call or click today, 898-2481 or hcc.net.
Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected. The Hood Canal Communications team keeps your business connected to the world.
Hoquiam ball coming out of the timeout. 5:37 to go in the ball game. Shelton leading by 4 points. Grizzly ball. Burnett will throw it over to Cox. Cox draws a double team, dribbles out of it, throws it across to Parker. Parker looking for Stewart. Throws it across to Burnett. Burnett down to Bagwell. Bagwell side of the paint, the opposite side. Out it goes to Parker. Parker to the side of the paint. Little hook, running hook that falls in for Kelsey. Gooley will throw it up and off the hands of Johnson, but it goes to Pinter. Over to Kennedy. Kennedy for 3. Nope. Rebound pulled down by Burnett and tied up. And that will go to Hoquiam. Brandy Parson returns for the Grizzlies. Sitting down will be Kylie Bagwell. Pinter will be the press, and it's Cox crossing midcourt. And she'll pick up her pivot foot, trying to stop, and it'll be 11 turnovers on Hoquiam. So it's a Highclimber ball. Kennedy will trigger the play from backcourt sidelines to Aurora Gooley, and she'll slow the pace down, crossing midcourt. Throw it back to Kennedy. Kennedy beyond the three-point arc on the near side, up top to Pinter. Ella over to Johnson, into the corner to Gooley. Cross court it goes to Kennedy. Bounces it over to Allan. Allan long two. Nope, got her own rebound. Goes right back to the hoop, puts it up, missed it. Rebound off of Stewart out of bounds. It'll be Highclimber ball. Left of the backboard. Kennedy will trigger the play. Highclimber leading by 2. 34-36. Inbounds to Pinter. Pinter, jumper. No. Rebound knocked out of bounds, and that should be white ball as Parker knocked it to herself, but then thought she knocked it and ends up going out of bounds. Hernandez returns for the Grizzlies. Timber Ware back in the ball game for the Highclimbers. It's Shelton ball with Kennedy triggering the play. Vanessa will throw it in, and it's stolen away by combination of Grizzlies there, and Burnett will get it up to Parson. Actually, it's Parker. That's Burnett. Bounce it to Hernandez, out to Parker. Parker just inside the arc, missed the shot. Rebound Ware, lost it, goes out of bounds off Hernandez. It will be Highclimber ball, leading by 2, 36-34. 4:14 to go in the ball game. Inbounds to Ware at midcourt. Throws it over to that's Kennedy actually. Now to Johnson. Johnson turnaround jumper and paint goes off. Oh, but drew the foul. Paige Johnson at the line for 2 free throws. Personal foul, I think it will go on Stewart. It does. It's only her second. Johnson at the line for 2 free throws. She's 0 for 2 tonight. 0 for 1, excuse me. Make it 0 for 2 now. I jinxed her. 6 points, has not scored since the second quarter. Second free throw, in and out. Rebound, a fight for it. Johnson comes up with it in the crowd. Fakes outside, goes to baseline with a shot. Missed it. Rebound goes to Allen. Allen's putback fell off. Got it again. And then it's stolen away. Parson with the pick, and she's going to come back the other way for Hoquiam. Has a 3-on-4. Wisely turns around, finds Stewart in the trailers. Lays the pass down to Parker off the glass. Nice move, but couldn't finish. Rebound goes to Johnson. Johnson draws a foul. 16 fouls on the Highclimbers. Actually, this is 7 on the Highclimbers, excuse me. It's going to be on the Highclimbers, and Johnson picked up her second. So at the line for for the first of 1 and 1 is Kelsey Parker. Got the first one. She'll get another one. For her first trip to the line tonight, 9 points on the evening. Kaylin Allen will sit down. Jasmine Griffin back at the ballgame for Shelton. Kelsey Parker back at the free throw line for her second free throw. In and out, rebound tapped and controlled by the Grizzlies. Stewart had a hook shot that fell off. Ball slapped out, and Stewart tracks down the rebound on the far sidelines. And it goes, out it goes. 3 seconds in the key on Hoquiam. Brandy Parson was camping in the middle for Hoquiam. Kennedy triggering the play into Pinter. Pinter going to end up traveling with the ball, trying to get by the defense. 15 turnovers on Shelton, 8 here in the second half. Aurora Gooley back at the ball game for the Highclimbers, replacing Ella Pinter. 3:26 to go in the ball game. 1 point lead for Shelton. Hoquiam with the ball. Stewart on the inbounds, missed the shot. Rebound Johnson for Shelton. There comes Aurora Gooley trying to get by Stewart. Throws it up to Kennedy. Kennedy avoiding a couple of defenders. Swing it over to Ware. Looking for Gooley. To the corner on the far side, Johnson. Johnson handed off to Ware. Ware for 3. Nope. Johnson with the rebound and the putback, but missed the shot and drew the foul. So Paige Johnson at the line for 2 free throws. That'll be the 16th foul on Hoquiam. Personal foul went on Kelsey Parker, her second. At the line for the Highclimbers, Paige Johnson. 0 for 3 tonight. 6 points. 0 for 4. Carly Crone will step onto the court for Hoquiam. Sitting down Ariel Burnett. Second free throw for Johnson. Trying to extend this 1 point Highclimber lead. Doesn't get it, but Griffin comes up with a rebound for Shelton. Out to Ware. Ware thought about a 3. He'll throw it up to Gooley. Gooley will throw it to the corner, and Jasmine Griffin in turnaround jumper by Johnson fell off, and the rebound pulled down by Parson. Parson will bring it up for the Grizzlies. And she still has the ball between the circles, throws it over, gives it right back. Highclimbers are in the zone. Steps by the three-point arc, takes a shot. Missed the shot. The rebound's tapped to Hernandez. Foul line jumper for Hernandez is in and gives the Grizzlies their first lead since early. Here come the Highclimbers right back. Here comes Ware going the other way. Turnaround hook. Dropped off. Rebound pulled down by Cron. And get it to Parson. And Parsons' pass overthrows everybody, and that'll go right back to the Highclimbers. Grizzlies up 1 here late in the ball game. 2:02 to go. Inbounds off of Ware out of bounds, and that will be the 16th turnover on Shelton. Hoquiam ball and a full timeout has been called. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back. This is MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications, HCC.net.
So who's going to do what?
I'll pack the dead batteries.
Great.
I'll only put what I don't need into a duffel bag.
Perfect. That's totally unhelpful.
No problem.
Meanwhile, I will try to comfort everyone by speaking in a calm voice.
And who is going to handle supplies?
I can forget to do a list for us.
Thanks, pal.
We couldn't be any less prepared. I'm proud of you guys.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Search Ready Kids at nyc.gov or call 311.
And we're back at the Mini Dome. 2:01 to go in the ball game. Hoquiam has come back from 10 points down to take a 1-point lead, 37-36. It'll be Grizzly ball, far side inbounds in their front court between the scorer's table and their bench. Triggering the play will be Carly Cron. She'll get it in to Brandy Parson. And here come the Grizzlies. Parker with a jumper that's open, missed it. Rebound goes to Griffin. Griffin outlet to Gooley. Gooley will throw it back to Griffin. Up it goes to Ware. Now that's Ware. To Kennedy for 3. That's off. Rebound pulled down by Parson for Hoquiam. And here come the Grizzlies. Parson and the Grizzlies up by 1. 1 minute, 30 seconds to go here in the ball game. Parker with it. And there's Parson. 5 on the shot clock. Down to Stewart. Can't handle it. Got it back. Put it up short. Rebound goes to Griffin for Shelton. Get it to Kennedy. Up it goes to Gooley. Gooley to Ware. Ware steps back beyond the three-point arc. Drives baseline. Draws the foul on the Grizzlies. And that puts Ware at the line for the first and 1-1. Parson picked up her second. Ariel Burnett will replace her. And Timber Ware is at the line for the first of a 1-1. She has 13 points tonight, her first trip to the line. Trying to tie the ball game. Does. So we're all tied up at 37 with 1:01 to go in the game. Second free throw off the back of the iron. Rebound, Griffin. Griffin shuffles it down to Johnson. Her turnaround jumper doesn't fall, but there's 2 shots coming for Paige Johnson. That'll be the 8th team foul on Hoquiam. Personal foul on Kylie Stewart, her 3rd. And Johnson is 0 for 5 at the free throw line tonight. She got it. Get one more, and the Highclimbers are up 1. Under a minute to go here in the ball game. Second free throw for Johnson goes in. And the Highclimbers are up 2. Here comes Burnett quickly to Parker. Back to Burnett. Over to Parker. Parker down to Stewart. Stewart takes steps to the bucket. Popped out. Rebound. Johnson had it, but it goes to Kennedy. Kennedy bounces up to Jasmine Griffin. Griffin splits the double team. Draws the foul on Hoquiam. And Jasmine Griffin will be at the line for 2 for the first of a 1-and-1. She has 5 points tonight, and it'll be her first trip. Personal foul will go to Brandy Parson. That's her 3rd. Caitlin Allen will check in, replacing Vanessa Kennedy. And we have a timeout on the floor. Full timeout called. 42 seconds to go in the ball game. Shelton up 2. And the Highclimbers will be at the line for first of 1-and-1 when we come back. So MasonWebTV.com and Hoquiam Communications, HCC.com. Or HCC.net.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
We're back here at the Mini Dome. Next basketball game on MasonWebTV.com and Hoquiam Communications, HCC.net is Wednesday the 6th. It's a boys basketball game between North Thurston and Shelton. But right now we have 42 seconds remaining in this game. Hoquiam and Shelton, the Highclimbers lead by 2, 39-37. At the line for the first of a 1-and-1 will be Jasmine Griffin. Try to extend this climber lead. They have Allen Johnson, Ware, and Gooley on with Griffin. Hoquiam will counter with Stewart, Parker, Parsons, Hernandez, and Burnett.
Jasmine Griffin to the line, shooting 1-and-1.
So Griffin can extend the lead to 3 by the first free throw. Short. Johnson with the rebound and the putback. And here comes Hoquiam right back. It's Parson with it. Up to Burnett. Burnett between the circles. High post feed to Stewart. Turns. One dribble. Out it goes. And it's Parson to Burnett. Foul line double team to Stewart. Lost the ball. Tapped it over to Parker. Parker, big hop in the middle. Misses the shot, and rebound goes to the Highclimbers, Timber Ware. Gooley back to Ware. Ware speeding across midcourt to the foul line. Finds Griffin. Griffin turns, faces the bucket, draws the foul. And Jasmine Griffin's back at the line, this time for 2 free throws. Personal foul, didn't see who got the foul. I'm assuming it's going to be Parsons. Griffin hit the first free throw. Should get another one. Actually, it went on Burnett. That's her first. Ariel with her first personal foul. Second free throw by Griffin, rattled out. Johnson with another rebound. Put back, falls off. Rebound tapped and controlled by Griffin, and that'll do it, folks. Highclimbers knock off the Grizzlies 42-37. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back. This is MasonWebTV.com and Hoquiam Communications, HCC.net.
Thanks to cell phones, you can call 911 from almost anywhere.
911, what's the address to your emergency?
I just read. Can you find where I'm at?
I can't find where you're at.
But many people don't realize that cell phones and even smartphones don't always send location or GPS information when you call 911.
What road are you on? Were you on the highway?
You can't find where I'm at.
No, I need you to tell me what road you were on.
Since 911 dispatchers can't always tell the location of your emergency, they need your help.
It's the last turnoff right before Okanagan, and it said like 3 miles to Okanagan, I think.
Did you go by the cemetery?
We just passed the cemetery.
Just past the cemetery. Okay.
Are you sending anybody to look for us?
I'm telling them right now. The other dispatcher is getting on the radio.
Every second counts in an emergency. If you identify your location when calling 911, help can be sent quicker. Help 911 help you know your location. An important message from your local 911 office and Washington State Emergency Management.
The Hood Canal Communications team keeps your business connected to the world.
Our certified technicians provide complete IT services to keep your business running smoothly.
From spyware and virus removal, on-site server and computer installation, network design, configuration, and more.
Let HCC be your IT partner. Call or click today, 898-2481 or hcc.net.
Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
It's a final and the mini dome. The Shelton Highclimbers knock off the Hoquiam Lady Grizzlies by a score of 42-37. Let's just give me a moment here, and we'll be right back with your scoring totals on MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications HCC.net. We'll be right back in a moment.
MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications HCC.net are webcasting high school basketball games featuring Shelton, North Mason, and Mary M. Knight. You can be part of these broadcasts for only $15 per game. That gives you a minimum of 3 30-second commercials in each game for only $5 each. If you contact us by January 8th and sign up for all the remaining games, you will get those games for the price of 10 games and lock in your rate at $15 for the playoffs. So call, text, or email today. MasonWebTV.com.
And we're back at the mini dome. As you see, the final score 42 for Shelton, 37 for Hoquiam. The Lady Highclimbers did it from behind the scoring of Timber Ware with 14 points. Paige Johnson ended up with 10 points. 6 for Jasmine Griffin, 7 for Aurora Gooley, 3 for Ella Pinter, and 2 for Vanessa Kennedy. For the Hoquiam Lady Grizzlies in the loss, they were led by Kylie Stewart's 11 points, 9 for Isabel Hernandez, 9 for Kelsey Parker, 6 for Carly Cron, and 2 for Ariel Burnett. So we're going to take a break for the New Year's holiday, and we'd return to action next week as we're back to Narrows League action, as the Lady Climbers will travel to the Purple Palace and take on the Lady Rams, while the boys will play right here in the Mini Dome on Wednesday. And you'll see that game here on MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications HCC.net. And we'll remind you, final score again, Shelton 42, Hoquiam 37. My thanks for joining us here on MasonWebTV.com.